Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for Blushy. Blushy is a brand new and lovely member of my community who's come over for a VOD review today. They are Masters 5 and also on Nintendo Switch, right? And obviously, if you guys know me and my previous content, way back in like 2020, that's when I was on the Switch. I actually started off on the Switch, so I know the struggles that people have on the Switch. It can be very, very difficult to play the game on there. I'm going to kind of basically read through and see what we can do basically. So last season, I dropped all the way from Masters 1 to Diamond 2 and I'm currently in Masters 5. I know I made a lot of mistakes in this VOD, but I hope you can help me to improve my Mercy gameplay. Also, I'm duoed with the Honor, which is alright. And then there was one part of the second round where I got completely lost and I cringe every time I watch it. Alright, so yeah, no, exactly. It's 30 FPS Blushy because it's like, because basically on console there is 3 versions of FPS that you can get. Obviously you can get 30, which is the default for the Nintendo Switch. You can get 60, which is any of the older Xbox and PlayStation, so PlayStation 4 as well as like the Xbox One and stuff like that. And then the newer gens, being obviously the Xbox Series S and X and the PS5, they all have 120 FPS. So if you can imagine Blushy playing on 30 FPS and I play on 120, I play 4 times the frame rate, which can... It's gonna like basically make your gameplay not the best. I'm gonna be honest, Blushy. I'm gonna be like very honest. And if those are some of your mistakes might actually just be due to frame rate and stuff. But I guess we'll kind of look into it. But once again, as well, you guys can get your own VOD views. They have 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. They are completely for free. All you have to do is obviously come over to my chat and save up the 5k channel points. You can do that by just lurking or obviously come and say hello to my lovely community. It is completely up to you what you'd like to do. We have the Combat Medic skin on. It's actually one of my faves. I don't see a lot of people using this one, so I think it's super, super cute, and I love to see that we're using it. Looking at the team comp, we have a very, very good damage boostable comp. Obviously, we have Widow, we have Sojourn, we have Rissa and Honor. Very, very good damage boostable comp. And yeah, I guess we'll just get into it, Blushy. So, first thing I would do at the beginning is, obviously, I love how you damage boosting your Sojourn. Nice. Switch to our Widow. We can res Widow. Very, very nice. That's how you just back away as well, and then you end up... Okay, so we end up dropping, which is completely fine. Your Orisa is gone in... Okay, this is completely your Orisa's fault. I do not know why she's pushed in so much, I will be honest. I think we definitely spend a little bit too much time, like, just lurking about on this high ground, though. Like, once we've res this Widow and she makes the decision to rotate this way, we need to be dropping slightly quicker than what we're doing. No, you cannot save Orisa here. This is Orisa's fault for just being so aggressive for some reason. But we should have definitely dropped a little bit sooner so we can get our beam onto someone, alright? Nice. Can you see how your Widow does like a little grapple up like this, right? Whenever you see Widows grapple up vertically or Ashes grapple up vertically or like your Sojourn slide up vertically as well, try if you can to get your beam on them. The reason is because when they do stuff like this, they're looking for a pick, okay? And if you can get the blue beam onto them as they go up like this, it gives them more of a chance to be able to pick off that person, okay? So just a little bit of, obviously, a thing just to bear in mind as you're doing so. Make sure that you're flicking on that damage boost for when the Widow grapples up, alright? Obviously, she ends up falling as well because she's gone in too aggressively. Nice, obviously backing out. That's completely fine. Nice. I would definitely start backing off a little bit more now because I'm hoping that you're going to, yeah. I was just about to say, you never ever want to be kind of like hanging about in this room because of obviously that window. So nice that we obviously, you know, end up backing out a little bit. Very, very nice. Don't worry too much about rotating out here right now, okay? All you have to do here is you could just sit here and just drop your beam and wait for people to push forward, right? Because you rotating yourself back is actually gonna maybe give you off to be like staggered off here, okay? You rotating back here is not actually going to help out in any way, right? Because obviously there's going to be a Sigma shield, and obviously nobody's going to be pushed up this far up at this very moment of time, okay? However, if you stay here, all you have to do now is just wait for your team to start pushing in, because obviously Orisa's going to be back in a sec, and then Sojourn will be able to push in from that. You could just vibe here. Just drop your beam, you know, to make sure that you're not, like, you know, people can't see you and stuff like that. And just wait here. Alright, we'll keep going. Nice pick from your Sojourn. Just while you do this, be careful of the right side because a lot of Widows will come from that right side. Nice. Don't worry too much about your Honor there. If Honor loses like 1 bit of HP, she can regen that herself. Nice. Love how you look up to your Widow as well. Just go and check on her. Nice heals. Go and push up now. Very, very nice. Love how you leave that healing for Honor as well. Really, really great decision making there, actually. Because I don't see a lot of people leaving their healing for their, what's it called? Their other support to be able to do. Second thing though is I definitely would recommend you get up here a little bit quicker. The reason is because right now your Sojourn's playing quite passively. She's actually waiting for these guys to push in, compared to your Widow, who's actually taking a very aggressive Mercy, who's like, sorry, very aggressive Mercy? A very aggressive Widow, where she's obviously looking to get the Widow in the spawn and stuff like that. So I love how you leave the healing. I love how you leave the healing, but I think as we're doing so, definitely try to make this rotation back up to our Widow. So then we're basically ready to damage boost as quick as we can at the start of this team fight and stuff like that. Mon always gets angry when I heal the tank, which you can heal the tank, do not get me wrong. Ooh, can you press that? Love how you check if you can res it first. Really, really nice. I do like that decision making. That's fine for you to heal though, because obviously your Honor's like basically got nano at this point, so it doesn't really matter. I start backing out a little bit sooner now. Nice cancel, GA. Nice positioning here as well. I like this. I like this positioning. Nice how you obviously you back off. Only thing is, can you see how like you're being so cautious with like your position, and suddenly you just start walking out into the LOS of this Widow, right? Just like whenever you're playing on this map and you're playing against snipers, you have to be so conscious about what's it called, just like playing around these boxes and stuff like that, basically. All right, but we'll keep going. That's how you wait for your Sojourn. Obviously, we rotate back. I would rather you rotated back to inside this room right now rather than you being out here. The reason is because obviously if they start contesting or this Widow pushes up, it's actually easier for her to pick you off while you're out in this open, basically. You could definitely rotate and be inside this room here with like your Sojourn and like play here basically instead. Just to once again cut off those angles on the just in case. So play in this room. Nice. Obviously we notice where Widow is. Nice. Don't peek it though. Nice. Now you can push up. Nice. Nice position here. Nice. Just careful behind you. Nice. Once again, leave that healing for Honor. Very, very nice that you leave that. I think it really, really helps you have comms with your Honor as well, so you can very much just tell her, like, hey, you need to go and heal. Nice, love. The only thing is I would have done that a little bit sooner though. You know how like you're stood here just like waiting, like come on Sojourn, right? As soon as you know Sojourn is gone or like is not going to peek you, try to use someone else a little bit quicker if you can, just so you can get up to this high ground a little bit quicker than what you are doing, okay? That's you saying Orisa. This is a completely fine time for you to heal Orisa, by the way. Like you don't like there are certain times where you want to be able to try and let your Honor heal, but there's other times like this, for example, where you can just top her up a tiny bit, because then it allows the Orisa to get back in and start being aggressive again, and you can keep holding the space. If the Orisa starts rushing in now and your Orisa's half HP, she's going to start panicking and backing off basically, so she's just going to start panicking and start backing off basically, because she's missing that half HP. If you can just literally just peek forward. All you have to do is top her up like for a second or two. Give her that confidence, and then you can obviously rotate back to people. This is probably where Sombra comes from my Honor, and I did so bad. Okay, hold on. So nice how you obviously, you're pinging. Lovely peel. Nice. Obviously, okay. Obviously, same thing with this high ground and stuff like that. Obviously be cautious of this. Love how you try to peel back for your Honor though, really, really nice. But once again, just be really, really like cautious with where you're playing, and just be really, really strict with your movement right now. I would honestly just rotate yourself back up. Nice. I was about to say, like, throughout that whole time we could just rotate ourselves back up. Nice. That's how you keep an eye on your Honor as well. I really, really like that. At this point, just start backing out a tiny bit more, because obviously they're gonna start contesting it in a sec. We can contest this. Definitely, yeah, we can definitely contest this. Ooh, nice res behind the lamppost. Valk. Oh, dude, okay. I would have definitely just honestly, like, so I love this res on the Sojourn. I think, though, we could have touched ourselves here. I'm going to be honest, right? Because especially from the first team fight, I'm going to be honest to you, I don't trust your tank. Now, it looks like obviously that your tank wants to push in, and I would have definitely just, before you go for this res, I would have Valked. Okay, so what I would do is, you know how you're seeing this Orisa go in? You want to, at this point, try to get an early pick off with someone, or like, be able to pick off someone as our Orisa's pushing in to get this contest, because we really want to hold this chokehold, because once it's got past this area, it can be quite easy for the enemy team like to snowball and stuff like that. So what happens is you know your team's going to contest this, pop the Valk to help with the contest, allow that pressure, and then you could also just kind of like GA in and just to quickly touch the car if like you desperately need to, because obviously you know the enemy Orisa is going to start trying to bump her up with like the little spinny javelin thingy majiggy, right? So she's obviously, you know, and that's exactly what she's done here. I would have definitely, instead of like just going just to res straight away, I would have popped the Valk, tried to maybe get a contest or make sure like our Orisa's okay, and then gone for the res. I feel as though our order is like slightly out of whack here. I do like the res though, do not get me wrong. I think it's really, really great. Nice. Obviously we do end up playing away. Love how you end up tracking her down and stuff. Oh, don't repeat it though. Alright, oh yeah. You see how we end up re-peeking it and we don't really need to, okay? At this point, the fight's lost, okay? We've lost our Orisa as well. This is very much a back out moment, okay? Now our Honor is stood here. This is completely an LOS if everyone is in like a really dangerous spot. She is not going to be able to get out here unless like obviously she goes under. You just leave your Honor here. Yes, it would be lovely to get her out and lovely like, you know, to help her. But what is more important, being with your hit scans and damage boosting them to try and get pick-offs still from this team fight. Because remember, this team fight is still like, not so much winnable, but you can still definitely get picks off, you know. Or try and save your Honor, who is now out. No, she's not out of position, but like she's getting walked onto from where she was basically. I think, in my personal opinion, it would have been so much better if we just stayed up with our DPS. Maybe we could have peeked in and saved our Honor like from this side or something. But I feel as though going in front and around, especially once again when we know where this widow is why is why we end up getting picked off here. When I was asking for help in VC and I couldn't help myself but try and save it, even though I know it was wrong. Blushy, put your own instincts first. Honestly, if like, no, because what will happen, and this will happen with any rank, with any kind of like DPS, tank, other supporters and stuff like that, they will try to, not so much backseat game, but obviously, you know, try to ask for help, or like, and, you know, like, you feel like a pressure that you need to, right? Don't. If you feel like that in your mind, you cannot get that res off, or you cannot go and help them, don't do it. Or maybe try and find a safer way to maybe like attempt to do it at least, but don't be like risking your life like how you just did to try and, you know, save her basically. Oh, nice platform, I will just say. I don't think we need Valk here. We could just do everything we've just done on this high ground. Like, I feel as though we use Valk right now in order to follow the Sojourn. Remember, we've also already got 2 picks off right now. We picked off the Widowmaker, and we've also picked off the Zen, right? 2 of the bigger people that have been, you know, really, really pressuring these guys. Once you've got those 2 pick-offs, unless if this team fight's going really, really sour for you guys, which it's not, you don't actually need the Valk here. You can just do everything. I'll rewind it back, and I could just, I'll show you, like, from this high ground, how we could just stay where we are. Remember, as well, they don't have the Widow anymore, because obviously, you know, you guys have picked her off. So, damage boost Sojourn a little bit more. You see how, by the way, Orisa calls her ultimates ready? I would do a GA cancel here. Damage boost the ult. Obviously, it ends up getting lifted up, so that's completely fine. So, return back to our Sojourn. So, I'm like here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. You see how we could spend that entire team fight by just standing up on this high ground? Try to only use our Valk if we need to use it for like some better positioning to be able to help with people. Right now, this position is really, really great because obviously, you know, the Widowmaker's gone. So we can just vibe up here. Just vibe up here, spend our time up here, or maybe we might want to like rotate over to this side or something like that. There is absolutely no reason for you to pop your Valk here, in my opinion. You could just kind of like just vibe. Nice damage boost obviously onto Orisa though, really, really great. Just be careful, obviously Widow's going to respawn now, so we have to be really kind of cautious of that. Nice. I love how you realize that. Oop. It feels your what's it called? Your movement feels really, really funny to me, Blushy, because it's like you realize and you're like, oh, because I want to play cover because of the Widow, and then suddenly, oh, let's just GA in front of the Widow, okay? Just be really, really strict once again with where you're positioning. Alright. But really, really great so far. And just keep on going. Obviously, we do try to get it up, we end up kind of obviously failing it a little bit. Oh, let's see if Sojourn's up peeking you there. That's really, really sweet. Nice heals onto Widow. So she's got size, so we don't really want to peek anything if we can. Help our Honor. Nice, just the same thing. With this window, right? We spent an entire team fight being stood in this window. Now it's fine if you're playing kind of this side of the window, which is kind of like what you were doing, because obviously Widow can't see you like from where she is. But once again, we have to be a little bit more disciplined with where we're playing, because you kind of like coming over to this side is what is peeking the Widow, okay? So try if you can just to be really, really cautious with where you're playing. We can help Ana here, you know, when she ends up getting hacks. We could just pop the beam onto, like, here. Like, we don't really need to be, like, crossing forward as we're doing, basically. So try if you can, once again, be more strict to your position against this Widowmaker. Nice. I'll go with Sojourn here. Nice. Nice rotation. Help your Orisa. Very, very nice. Go back to that. Nice. Love how you just going back to that straight damage boost. When you see Widow grapple up, make sure that we're damage boosting. I feel like I was tunnel visioned on the Sombra and didn't even notice. Yes, which I feel as though you have been a few times now. Oh, so I would have made this a super jump up instead of you kind of like cancelling it, okay? Because it's fine for you to super jump up here to try and help the Widow. Because remember, obviously, the Widow was using that high ground. Obviously, she's moved now. But she was, actually, no, she didn't get picked off, which is great. But remember, obviously, so we know that the Widow was using this high ground. Once that Widow's been picked off, or we know that we're out of the LOS of where she was playing, don't be afraid to just do a mini super jump here. Do a mini super jump, allow yourself to play above these guys, and you can get your beam onto the Widow and try, obviously, you know, help with the Sombra. Then when the Sombra obviously translocates away and she gets scared, then you can obviously, you know, carry on helping your Sojourn right now. Because I feel as though this movement isn't the best type of movement that we should be doing. We should be trying to enable our Widow when she goes to grapple up, and then we can, what's it called, use this next GA in order to, like, to play above her if needed to. Alright? So keep going. Oh, unfortunate. Nice, obviously knowing where your escape route is and stuff like that. Just unfortunate that she ends up popping it as we go for that rotation. Nice. Same together with this rotation. Yes, I know you want to go and help this Sojourn. At the same, and I love how like you J in and out like to bounce it, but at the same time, think about where we're going to finish this GA. I would recommend you finish it more around here or something, just so once again we're blocking our vision from main, because you end up kind of like panicking at the end of it, like, oh wait, I'm in like a really bad position at the end of it, right? Try to think to yourself where is the best position to be at the end of it, and that will be around these pieces of cover and stuff. Okay. Nice. We should definitely be helping Orisa out a tiny bit more there. Let me quickly rewind it back so I'll show you, right? So this is here the ult that we sadly end up getting like caught out into. So nice heals obviously here. So we end up healing for our Sojourn. This is it, right? So we end up spending a bit too much time obviously panicking about this GA, where in reality we should have maybe just GA'd straight back to here or something, and then we could have got him to go and help the Orisa in a sec. We could have also GA'd back to just exactly where we were. We could have done so with, you know how like you GA in? Instead of doing the backwards GA, because it's like the 20% cool 20% movement reduction, I'd rather you quickly flicked 180 and then GA'd straight back to here, because also it'll give you, because obviously it'll give you the extra speed and stuff, and then we could be back here to help the Orisa in a sec. Because what's happening is while you're like panicking about with this, Orisa is obviously being really hard focused in like this, and Ana can't really help any like of her like at all, because obviously of like the spinny. She doesn't get slept, which is really, really great, but obviously she does end up getting picked off there. I think we should have definitely been with her a little bit more. That's what's telling us Sojourn to back off. We can go up onto these stairs here. You know, instead of like flinging yourself back main once again into these guys' LOS, I want you to flick yourself up and go onto this high ground. The reason is because obviously, so you know that their Widow is still like main and down below from the last team fight. So I would have definitely just flicked myself up onto this high ground and use these stairs. And you could just play like here instead. It's so much like safer for you rather than just like fling yourself back main to like where everyone else is, okay? Fling yourself up to here. Just make yourself like a little bit split, but obviously you can still help your team and stuff like that. Nice. You don't really need to heal Ana though, because obviously she'll get heals back from the regen in a sec. Nice peel for Widow. It's unfortunate that she ends up getting taken out. So because she's gone away, we can go and res. We know with the new Sombra that whenever she translocates away, she's obviously going to be escaping. This is as soon as she translocates away, this is a perfect time for you to res. All you have to do is just drop down and res here. This is a really, really nice, quick and easy res for you, and then get back up, because this is getting towards like obviously 1 minute left. You want kind of like all your team to be here for this like next team fight. So we should have like quickly dropped down to go and res, because now obviously it's being blocked off by the diva. So I think we should definitely res there. Nice sleep. Nice damage boost obviously onto Ana as well. Don't fling yourself back up onto her though, okay? Remember, we know the D.Va's here. We do not want to be looking in LOS of this D.Va anymore. So I'd actually recommend either playing underneath her, or we just play like around back here instead, okay? We don't want to be flinging ourselves back up into her LOS. Which I feel as though what you end up kind of realizing now. Nice some damage boost onto Sojourn. I don't mind you Valking now. Valk. We should have Valked a little bit sooner. Ooh. We should definitely Valked a bit sooner. Because we know that the Orisa will want to go in really aggressively and everyone's playing like really, really far back right now. I would pop the Valk when you see the Orisa going in. Like even before the Orisa goes in, right? Because we know that the Orisa's going to like be wanting to go in to use her ultimate here. Pop the Valk and then we just play like kind of like above her. Like we can play like here. Because obviously as well Widow's like covering this angle for us. We could play up here with our Valk. Nice res though, I will say. Very, very nice. Love how you use the tree as cover. Just remember, as we're flicking out, right, we need to be trying to help our Orisa here. By the way, your Orisa's lost as well, this game kind of say. But like, don't be like rezzing someone and then backing like really far back from them. Once again, we can use this high ground again. There is no reason why we can't just, you know, flick ourselves back up here and then help from above, okay? But again, your Orisa also does just walk into 5 though, so there's nothing really we can like desperately do. Same thing over the stairs, right? We just had, yeah. Same thing over the stairs, right? If we carry on using our stairs, we'd be there and ready to help this Widowmaker when the Sombra goes up. But instead, we have this kind of like weird obsession with playing main, okay? These stairs are so good cover. Like, I love playing on the, whenever I play this map, I love playing on these stairs. And like, what's it called? Damage boosting people that are like up here, or even just like helping my team like a team fight this main. This is one of my favorite pieces of cover on this map, are these stairs. And then if obviously people start pushing from the stairs, or like people start obviously pushing more main, then we can start obviously rotating around more towards like the boat side and stuff like that if we need to. But definitely use them stairs more. So we can try and keep our Widow up. Nice. Okay, I don't like this rotation. Let's quickly go back. We'll talk about this. So we talked about obviously trying to appeal for Widow here. Right, so I don't, it's this first kind of backwards GA, right? I don't understand why we're backwards GAing here, okay? We know at this point we've lost our tank and we've lost our DPS, okay? That leaves 1 DPS and 2 supporters. Are we wanting to aggress in right now? No. So we actually want to be backing off. You just doing this nice little backwards GA in and out is actually going to make you no distance. Okay? I would rather you just started walking back, or like maybe doing like a quick directional GA to get yourself around this cover quicker. Because what ends up happening is you end up kind of like panicking in a second and you're like, oh, okay, no, now I do need to rotate, okay? We need to kind of like rotate a little bit sooner. Because what ends up happening is you end up doing the rotation late, whereas in reality we could already be stood on these boxes and really like, you know, like making the Sombra really work to come and get us. Can you see how as well how this position is not good for us, because obviously the soldier can like chase us around here and stuff like that. I feel as though we're a little bit too late on our movements here. We should have been backed off over to here a little bit sooner. We don't again get saved by the Rhine shield, but same thing again, we're playing out in this very open cover again. We would have been so much better if we like either GA'd ourselves into the room and stuff like that, you know, like around here or something, you know. Nice rotation. Nice. You see how your Honor's peeking? You tried to peek her a tiny bit here. Nice crouching, obviously, to get away from the bomb.
Come on, get up.
Cute super jump res, I will say, you know, I like it. My only thing is you can actually res on the payload here, you know, like this little bit of the payload, and you can res here, just to make it a tiny bit safer, basically. Alright? But with that, like, I think it was really, really, like, well played out, obviously, you know, like, with decision making. I just feel as though, Blushy, you are actually a little bit too slow, right? And I think it's the pace that you're struggling with. Now, this might literally just come down to your console. I'm going to be very, very honest with you, right? Because with the Switch, obviously, because of the frame rate and stuff like that, obviously, it means that it can be quite difficult to be able to get information quickly, because obviously it runs at like really slow frames per second compared to myself, where I run at 120, so it's like really, really quick, and it's like quite easy to be able to react to stuff, okay? So I think my first thing for you, Blushy, is if it is financially possible for you, or if you have the option to, I would definitely look, if you wanted to climb up further and maybe get into the GMs and stuff like that, I would definitely look into switching to even just like a 60 FPS, whether you get like a second-hand Xbox or something like that, okay? Because I'm not going to lie to you, it is going to be very hard for you to continue to climb on the Switch because of the frame rates and stuff like that. Especially if like you end up flexing to someone else, like an Honor or like a BAP and stuff like that. You'll be coming against people that are, what's it called? You'll be coming against people that are on 120 FPS. It's going to be like really hard for you to compete. Second thing, Blushy, is I feel as though with the slowness of how you're playing, you're really struggling with kind of like knowing what to do at certain points. Like for example, you know when I'm saying, oh, take the stairs, or like, you know when like you're not coming up to your Widowmaker quick enough. I feel as though it's certain situations like that where we should definitely be trying to be a little bit more proactive. What I mean by this is trying to preemptive what's going to happen next. Because there's a few times where I feel as though we kind of like just back off and we're passive, and then you kind of like get a little bit lost because like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize we were going back in and stuff like that, okay? So I think definitely I would look into kind of being a little bit more proactive and really preempting what's going to happen. Let's get a PC in the future. Definitely, if that's kind of like your aim to do it, then 100% definitely get yourself like a PC or whatever else you kind of like want to be able like to climb up basically. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, like I feel as though I think Diamond and Master is probably the highest that you could probably get on the Switch, just purely because of the pure capabilities of the console, which is unfortunate. And I feel really bad whenever I do like Switch mods. I did a Switch mod. It was Moishnex actually. Moishnex is on the Switch as well, right? I did one for them, and once again, they were on Rialto as well, and they're on the Switch as well, and you can literally tell how much the Switch is holding them back, basically. But anyways, I'll get obviously back into the second round for you, Blushy. I'm really impressed though in your gameplay though, I will say, Blushy. It's very good. You obviously know like how to use Mercy's kit, which is really great. Love the use of damage boost. Love as well how much you're letting your other support heal the tank and stuff like that. Especially when, you know, like it's the end of team fights and stuff to get that extra ult charge, because obviously it's so like Zarya's what's it called? Sorry, not Zarya. Honest nano boost is so much better than your Valk. Sorry, I got distracted by knowing the Zarya's there. Nice. Love that little kind of like jump in, just try and get to when you play back to the boxes. This is so much better discipline from you. I'd fling myself up here. Like, you can fling yourself up and then just like play kind of like at this end bit. Because like what's gonna happen is obviously you'll like, all you have to do is just do a straight GA here, right? So this gives you a 1.5 second cooldown. What can happen now is obviously if the sim decides just to TP onto you, or anyone decides to TP on, all you have to do is just keep your beam attached, obviously jump down, and then you have a prop jump ready for you because you've used that 1.5 seconds, all right? So I would definitely, you know, the second time that the Sojourn slides up, I would definitely go with her now and be like quite aggressive. I feel as though at this point you're playing a tiny bit too passive. Best rotation though, can't really help Widow because she's gone on her flank and got punished, which is completely fine because she did her job and got her picks. Nice. I rotate with Sojourn now. Nice. That's fine, you can let Honor heal your Zarya. Nice. Can you see, like, you know when our Sojourn kind of like backs off a little bit here? I want you to be more aggressive here, because what's gonna happen is obviously the Sojourn decides to slide off for some reason. I would like, I would be pushed up with our Zarya here, just to once again try and get as much damage boost capabilities out of this a little bit more, okay? Okay. So we know the Sim's here because obviously we've just been hit by a Sim orb, and also obviously we can hear her, right? I don't like this little mini super jump that you do here. I would rather you already started rotating out, preempted that they're going to start walking on to you, okay? So Sojourn's above to the head, which is just unfortunate. You see how Zarya is pushing in like really aggressively here, and she's really high charge. I want you to put your beam on her a little bit more now. Nice heals. That's a fine rotation there. Nice rotation up here. Nice. Nice. Oh, okay. Don't go for that. Nice. Okay. We should have definitely realized that we can't go for this res, basically. So I like all your decision making here, can I just say. I love how your position, like obviously you're playing with your Sojourn, then you realize that she drops off, so then you go to go and help your Widow. I feel as though we should have definitely reacted a little bit quicker, that we can't do this res, okay? As soon as you see this this sim kind of pop up through the teleporter, you kind of have to realize at this point this res ain't happening basically. So I think we should have definitely dropped down a little bit sooner than what we did. That's alright. Nice, was helping your Honor. The other issue is so you can help your Honor as well as rotate with your Sojourn right now. Okay, let me quickly rewind, I'll show you. Because like when we use our GA to get to someone, we don't need to just whenever we use GA, we don't need to just help one person with our GA. We can do multiple things. So I would have dropped a bit sooner. So what we can do here is, yes, we do end up losing the what's it called, the Sojourn right now. What we can do here is get to our Honor, who obviously has lost a bit of HP. We can then do a vertical super jump and get ourselves up onto this high ground, because this Sojourn is wanting to go and pressure this sim, right? Then when you get up here, the sim is essentially gonna have to like make a decision whether she goes for you or goes for the Sojourn. Now she's most likely gonna go for the Sojourn because obviously she's the one with the overclock. But we should have definitely used our GA here to first heal up the Honor, and then as soon as we got up to the vertical height that we can, which will be about now, we could then be helping the Sojourn pressure off this sim basically. Alright. We'll keep going. So we don't have beating it down to the bottom, which is completely fine. Ooh, don't GA into it though. Remember the stairs are behind. I would rather you GA'd up and then went onto the stairs behind, because that's where your Sojourn's going. Because do you see how we end up what's called losing our Sojourn by doing this? I feel as though this is the bit that you're embarrassed about, you know, like getting really, really lost and stuff. Just remember those stairs are behind you. People are going to be walking up onto you now though, so I love how like you fling yourself out ready. I would crouch spam here, right? The reason is because this is still an LOS of your soldier, but it's still like the best position that you can have right now. So just do a bit of like spam crouching here, just to make sure that the soldier has a bit of a harder time just be able to hit you. See, nice heals from your Honor. Just start backing out now. Nice, start pushing main with your Zarya now. Oh, don't G in though. Remember, we don't need to be pushed up there. We can super jump up now to go. Oh, no, man, the Sojourn dropped. I was about to say we can super jump up to the Sojourn, but she drops. The Valk, which is completely fine. I don't mind this Valk because obviously you want to try and, you know, limit the aggression. So, you know, when Sojourn gets slammed like this, obviously you can't do anything because she's antied and also, like, she's been slammed. So try, because what's going to happen is Ryan is going to go really hard into, like, try and focus the Zarya, like, hammer down kind of thing. He's going to be here. So he's going to have his complete back and not be able to shield this Sojourn. So when you see the Zarya get slammed here, I would like you to switch your beam priority and go and help your Sojourn, because the Sojourn will be the one that will be able to, you know, make the Ryan back off quickly and maybe get a pick. It probably won't get the pick off, but like definitely make him, you know, back off a bit quicker. All right. Nice rotation out. Just once again, stay aggressive here because your Zarya is still like really high charge and has just used Nano as well. You want to be up here with this grab, okay? I want you to use your Valk at the end of this Valk and be pushed up to here. Use your Valk here so you could be really, really pushed up and damage boosting this Zarya. Because if you manage to damage boost this Zarya, like for this grab and stuff like that, we could do so much. Compared to our Sojourn, let's have a look at our Sojourn. Our Sojourn actually doesn't have LOS of where the grab was. Let me hold on. I'll have a look at your Sojourn now. You see how we should be with our Sojourn right now? She has such free, like, angle, basically. And then she could obviously, you know, be there. See how much of a free angle your Sojourn has, and we haven't touched her with a blue beam right now? We should definitely be trying to, you know, blue beam her for like, this entire thing. Obviously, nice heals. But then, if you look now, do you see how, like, how our Zarya is going to actually have a lot more value right now than the Sojourn with the grab? Because, obviously, the Zarya is at 100 charge. With a damage boost, she's just going to rip through these guys, okay? Watch. It would have been a lot better if we were pushed up with her so we can, like, you know, get a lot more damage onto the team there, basically. Nice heals. I would definitely rotate back up onto the high ground here if we can. I feel as though this team fight we've been a bit too passive, alright? I would definitely love you to be a little bit more aggressive during this team fight. Don't be on the payload, push up. My ruling is that Mercy should never ever be on the payload if you can, unless if your main blue beam target is, you know, what's called, is on the payload. I'd push up here, just try and get a pick off. Here, Reaper above. Nice. Really good pings, whoever pinged it as well. Nice. Nice. Obviously, you can't really do anything while he's got the bubble. So I love how your team is just like waiting for the bubble to end pretty much. Nice position, obviously, behind. Nice GA behind the car. I like that. That's so much better GA. Sorry, that's so much better positioning from you compared to earlier. Because obviously earlier we were just like randomly like just GAing out, we end up out in the open sometimes. That was a GA with a purpose. I liked it. That was really, really great. Love how you're playing main with your Zarya now. This is what we should be doing all the time. You know how, like, you know at this very moment in time how you're saying to yourself, okay, let's play with Zarya because she has a better angle because Sojourn's rotating. This is how I want you to play all the time, Blushy. This is really, really great, okay? You know that Sojourn's not going to be able to get any damage boost value because she's rotating. So I love how you're being with these guys and like you're damage boosting them. One of the things now we should kind of be with our Sojourn right now. And I'm hoping you'll return back to it in like just a second.
It's go time.
Nice. I would have made that more of a directional J to the back of this high ground though. Nice. Nice help onto your honor. Same thing again, we don't need to do a mini super jump there, we can just stay up on the high. That's fine. Love how you cancel it because obviously you can hear the Reaper and stuff. Really, really nice. So can you see how our Zarya is being aggressive here and our Bastion is? Love how you're backing off. Obviously Honest is going to get rolled over because that's just what's going to happen. They actually end up killing it, which is really, really nice. Pop out. Nice little celebratory Valk, I guess. Very, very nice. Honestly, Blushy, your attack was so much better than your defense, okay, I will say. Because I feel as though with your defense, you felt very, like, apart from obviously the bit of, like, the mess up and stuff like that, which we talked about, you were very, very purposeful with, like, what you wanted to do, which I liked. I want you to now do that on, on defense more. I don't know whether this was, like, a first game on or something like that, I don't know. But it seemed like with your defense, you were very rusty and not being very particular with like where you positioned and stuff like that, which meant that we did peak the Widowmaker quite a bit, okay? So first of all, Blushy, I will say your damage boost and healing usage is really, really great. I love how much you're, I love how much you're trying to let your honor do the majority of the healing onto the tank and stuff like that. Really, really good. I love that, okay? Positioning for the majority of the time is good. Just once again, make it really, really more confined, okay? Make sure that we're really strict with where we are when we're playing against those Widowmakers and stuff. Reses were good. I really liked your decisions on the reses and stuff like that. The only thing was obviously the first one, which we talked about. Valks as well. I enjoyed your Valks as well. I don't think any of your Valks were too bad. So I think the main thing is, Blushy, is first of all, if you can, obviously, whenever you are financially able to, I think I would definitely look at upgrading to something else, whether it would be a second-hand Xbox and stuff like that, or whether it would be playing on like a PC and stuff like that. It's whatever you can possibly do at the time. But I think definitely that will help you out a lot more to start off with, definitely, because I think the Switch is definitely holding you back right now. Second thing is I want you to be more proactive with how you're playing. What I mean by this is I want you to kind of like preempt what people are going to play, basically, or like what people are going to do, rather than you kind of reacting to what people are going to do. Now, this isn't so much the enemy team, it's more so your team, which is a bit weird because normally I see it where people are not being preemptive of like what people are going to, like the enemy team are going to do. You actually do that really, really well. It's more so your team. It feels like you really struggle with like knowing where your team are going to peak from and stuff like that. So what I would like you to do is, I don't know whether you like watching something that isn't Mercy and stuff like that, but I think it would actually really, really help you if you watch some DPS streams or like look at other DPS players, look to see what kind of like angles they peak on like the heroes that obviously will be your main blue beam targets, because if you know where they will want to position and what they will want to do, you can actually help enable them so much more. A really good example is Farah. If you know kind of like where Farah will want to position and where Farah will want to kind of like be aggressive from, or like where she wants to hold from, you can actually kind of like think to yourself, okay, if she wants to hold here, how can I be the safest and most effective that I can? And then you can reposition yourself effectively and still be with her, basically. All right. But apart from that, Blushy, a really, really strong VOD. Honestly, I really, really enjoyed it. And I really do hope that you do manage to climb up if you do decide to switch to PC and stuff like that. I feel as though you would definitely like be really, really suited for it, definitely. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch that have been watching this. You guys can get your own VOD views, leave 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!